Well, hello, beautiful ones. This is Stacy Murphy, the queen of Juicy Love and Feminine Charm, and welcome to this edition of Juicy Love Expert Corner, where I give you tips and insight of how you can make your love and sex life a bit juicier. So, today I'm going to be continuing my series on the secret to understanding man, the essence of man, and all of his yumminess, right? And I have been unveiling that by sharing with you my Man Magnet Blueprint. It's a very simple formula that really gives you a formula of how to understand men on a deeper level so that we can have relationships and we can have connections that are harmonious, that are joyful, that are pleasurable, and that are fun versus filled with frustration and strife and resentment and anger. All right. And so, just to kind of recap my Man Magnet Blueprint, like I said, is the secret to understanding men. This is a formula to get into his heart. This is a formula to have a deeper understanding of the person that you want to be in a relationship with. So, like I said before, so you can experience harmony. So, here goes the blueprint. With a man, it's about mental stimulation. When a man has mental stimulation or intellectual intrigue, and this is what he's experiencing with you, when he has that and it's combined with the sexual attraction and the sex appeal, this makes a man feel good about himself when he's in your company. And like I said before, who wouldn't want to feel good about themselves when they're in someone else's company? Now, when a man feels good about who he is when he is with you, this quickly leads to the physical intimacy and emotional connection. This is the secret formula, the holy grail for understanding men and getting into his heart. And so today in this video, I am going to be focusing on key number 3, which is the physical intimacy. Now that he feels good about himself, now that a man is with you and he's really firing off, just mental intrigue that he has with you, there's a sexual connection, sexual attraction that he has with you, and he's feeling good. What happens with a man, it leads to that physical intimacy. Now, I really want to be clear. Physical intimacy, I'm not talking about foreplay. Okay, some of you may be thinking, is that what she's talking about? No, I'm actually not talking about that. It's a whole lot deeper than that. What I'm truly talking about in physical intimacy is comprised of 2 elements, all right? The first one is a man will physically make room in his life for you. He will start sharing certain aspects and elements of his life. So this is what that looks like. The first one is he will want to be in your company. He will want to be affectionate with you. And this has nothing to do with sex. He can come over to your house, you can go to his house, you can be sitting on the sofa, you can be watching a TV show, and he is totally content. The reason why that is he really loves your energy. He really loves how you've captivated his mind. He really loves like I said, the sexual attraction the two of you have. And he wants to go a little bit deeper and he just wants to soak in your essence. And so he just wants to be in your company. And this is all without you having to prompt or you having to suggest or anything of that nature. He will take the initiative in which to do so. The physical intimacy also looks like he will want to do things for you from because he feels like it. Sometimes with some men you have to give like these hints, hint, hint, can you do this for me? Or, I really would like this. Well, no, man is really wanting to get to know you on a deeper level and you've kind of opened up several pathways within him. He will want to do things for you without you having to prompt. The other thing is, which is a big one in physical intimacy, is he will physically make room in his life for you, in his inner sanctum, in his home for you, again, without you prompting. And I have to let you know, usually the very first area that a man will make physical room in his life for you is the bathroom, and for very obvious reasons as to why. He will say something to you like this. He will say, you know what, we're here all the time, we're in each other's company all the time. And he goes, I've cleared out like a drawer for you in the bathroom or an area, a cabinet in the bathroom. Why don't you just bring some stuff over here and leave it? So that, that's another way, another indication that he is wanting you to be more and more a part of his life, because his home is his modern day castle and that's his kingdom, and he's letting you into his castle, and you don't have to push or prod or even suggest. right? And then the other thing about physical intimacy, about physically making room, it has to be with him sharing you and introducing you to his friends, sharing you and introducing you to maybe colleagues, right? And so being a part of his social circles, being a part of activities and things with his other friends that are meaningful to him, and he's telling them that you are meaningful to him, and so he wants you to be part of that. So that is the first part of what physical intimacy looks like. All right, and here is something that I do want to share as a red flag. If you are dating someone, and let's say you've been dating him for a couple of months, say 3 months, maybe even 4 months, and you've never seen his home. He's never invited you over. He hasn't introduced you to any of his friends or any kind of social circles like that. That is a clear indication he is hiding something. All right. He is totally hiding something. Now, I would not do what some women do is if they know a man's address, they'll drive to his house and pass by, do a drive-by, or they'll sit and park their car in front of his house to see who goes in and out. I would not do that, ladies, and I'll tell you why. One, you are reducing your worth having to spy on someone else like that. And there also indicates a lack of trust. If he doesn't openly invite you into his world, that's an indication that he's not serious. That is an indication that he's not willing to commit. And it also may an indication that he has somebody at home that he doesn't want you to see. So those are just some of the red flags I want you to be aware of. All right. So the second part of the physical intimacy has to do with understanding the true essence of what intimacy is. And I just love how my mentor, Dr. Ava Cadell, had phrased it. And phonetically, she broke it down. She said, intimacy is into me, see. What that means is, and what true intimacy is you have taken down, all the walls and the barriers that you allow a person to see into you. You're allowing yourself to be vulnerable. That is what true intimacy is, right? And so when a man allows you to see into him and you are able to show him who you are, that is what true authentic intimacy is, which is totally separate from sex. Now, here's a clear understanding. Because men have significantly more testosterone than women do, men can easily separate the sexual act and the pleasure from intimacy. Many times, for many men, not all, like I said, there are always exceptions to the rule, they can separate sex and intimacy. Many times, however, for women, it is together. So it's really clear for you to understand the differences between the two, because many women mistake, oh, he's having sex with me, we're having a great time, and they're like, oh, that's also intimacy, and he loves me, and all this other stuff. And with men, many men, they could go, no, they're like two separate things. Intimacy is about opening up to the vulnerability. Intimacy is about him allowing you to see into him. That is what intimacy is. And so this is where you really start seeing that when he invites you into his inner sanctum, his castle. That is where you really see a lot of that coming out. And I hope you can remember one of the things I said. He's doing all of this without you having to prompt, without you having to force, okay? That is what's truly important here to remember. Because unfortunately, one of the female sabotaging behaviors is women will push the issue. And here's what happens. Usually one of two things happen. One, a man will pull away because you're pushing, right? You're being very much into your masculine energy and you're pushing. So there's resistance there, so he'll pull away. So that's one thing. The second thing is if he's afraid to deal with the drama or any kind of anger that may come up or insecurity that may come up for you, the man may go, sure, right? But unfortunately, when he does that and he's not ready for it, this is what can happen. When you are in that area, he'll feel that you're invading his space. So sometimes resentment will come in. You'll then notice maybe sometimes he starts pulling away from you versus getting closer to him. So I want you to be aware of that. All right. And so for key number 3 In the Man Magnet Blueprint with physical intimacy, I want you to remember all these little tasty morsels, all right? And remember that the Man Magnet Blueprint is the secret to understanding men, the essence of man, and how to truly get into his heart and to get that commitment that you truly desire and that experience and the relationship that's filled with joy. So if you'd like to learn a little bit more about my work, please feel free to visit me at my website at theblissfullotus.com. If you're looking at this on YouTube, in the description area below, there is going to be a link there. Just go ahead and click on that link and it'll take you over to my website. If you would love to have a personal conversation with me of how we can magnetize your man magnet, also, there's a link below if you're looking at this video on YouTube or if you're looking at it on my website, just go below this video. There'll be a link in there for you to complete my man magnet blueprint. Excuse me there, my man magnet blueprint. It'll take no more than 10 minutes. It's very quick, very short. And then when I get that, we will schedule some time to have a conversation. Like I said, how you can magnify your man magnet. And this applies whether you're single or whether you're already in an existing relationship. All right, so that is the Juicy Love Expert Corner for today. I am Stacey Murphy, the queen of juicy love and feminine charm. Namaste. Bye-bye.